Yo, look at this guy. Oh my gosh, look at his... Oh! Yo, I did not clock that. What the hell is wrong with his eyes? Whoa! France protecting the Pope? Try to pronounce that as an English speaker. What does that pronounce? What does that pronounce? General... I pronounce that as General Fucker. 7th Crusade? I didn't even know there was 7 Crusades. I thought... Alright. Suggestion by my dedicated member. Doing this because of course he's a member of mine. Of course I'm gonna do it for him. Okay, this is why you should show my channel membership if you're an active viewer of mine. A few weeks before the great victory of the French troops over those of the Holy Roman Empire and England at the ninth king of the house was sacred at Reims. I don't know how to pronounce these French words. Woo! Balance of Castile, right? King did this to destroy of his great vassals. Balance was for Louis, a tender and thoughtful mother. She... Oh wait, no, it's not balance, it's balance. Spend several hours. That's crazy. Every day, several hours. What is he, Muslim? I swear it's only Muslims that do that. Wait, what was the age of being an adult? Considered an adult in 1234. What's the adult age? Impregnated with the ideas of Saint Francis of Assisi, Louis regarded justice as his first duty. Okay, anyone who was in trouble came to talk to him without being prevented from speaking by a bailiff or someone else. So what's the context of all of this for? Beyond this quite well-known image of Louis... Bro, I do not know how to read Roman numerals. What is this? Louis the 11th, I think. Louis the 11th. I think that's Louis 11th. Yeah, Louis 11th. Tries of ordeals from then on, and none shall be deprived from his rights if he is not convicted of faults. Oh, so he actually had a brain. He actually was competent. Okay. Where was this guy when the French Revolution happened? That was a joke, by the way. No class was above the law. Oh, wow. This is around the same time as the Magna Carta of England, which had similar... it was pretty similar, actually. But I think the Magna Carta came like 30 years later or something like that. I forgot when I think it was 1266 when the Magna Carta came. Something like that, I don't know. But damn, the fact that France freaking was implementing reforms. Because in America, they always teach us like, oh, the Magna Carta, oh my gosh, it was like the stepping stones towards, like basic human rights and, like where everyone was equal. Although they teach us that, oh, the Magna Carta, although it didn't really have much effect, that it was still one of the important stepping stones to basically a more egalitarian society, pretty much is the word I'm looking for. Damn! actually helping his kingdom. Wow, that's rare. He also contributed to the development of Barry University of, I don't know what the hell that university is. College of Sub, I don't know what that college is either. Louis liked controlling himself to the progress, which were often quick. Evidence of good economic health. Impressed the Western. Oh, whoa, wait. So this was the guy who made Gothic architecture. He was the guy who got started with Gothic architecture. Okay, was it? That was him. In 1242, Crusader King had a fist of rolling. Okay. Yo, look at this guy. Oh my gosh, look at his. Oh! Yo, I did not clock that. What the hell is wrong with his eyes? Oh, inbred. Oh, inbred, final boss. Actually, no. This is actually Miles. Yo, this is actually quite tame considering there's like way worse inbred cases. Bro, this reminds me of someone that I know. No, actually, no. This reminds me of those people that I talked about before. If you know, you know. Those people that I talked about, where I gave that story, how a kid tried to frame me because he was salty that I knew more history than him. He had eyes like these. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even saying that like out of spite. Like, I'm like, seriously, like his eyes were just like that. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's fine, because like I said before, I don't like giving these people attention, but are you pulling up on them, marching towards the English? Okay. The first 100 Years War. I did not know about this. And I hope this music is not copyrighted. James the First. Usually I read this out loud, but I am so invested in this. Like there's so much details that I'm learning about that I low-key just kind of zoned out. I can't lie. Oh, I just zoned out from the King of France only left his neutrality when the Papal States threatened Roman Empire. Louis operates Whoa! France protecting the Pope? Since the sack of Constantinople in 1204, the financial problems. What did France do for the Byzantine Empire? Oh wait, so that's how France got the crown of thorns, the crown that Jesus Christ was put on. But here's the thing though, after a long inquiry to check its authenticity, okay, but how the hell did they confirm that this is real? This is probably fake, isn't it? How the hell did they confirm that was real? Also, I don't know how much lever. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Lever. 135,000 lever. Whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that. A piece of the true cross. The holy blood. Yeah, this is some of the stuff that I talked about. And when I reacted to this, yeah. The French capital became equal to Rome. That's mad. That is actually quite mad. Of France, wealthiest and most populated of the European countries. Bro, that's the thing about France. Like I said before, France was like juggernaut. France is like the juggernaut of Europe. Like pre-colonial times, bro. France was the juggernaut. The only country that actually could have rivaled France, unironically, for that spot of like the country, right? Like the juggernaut of Europe, right? That nobody can't stand up was Russia. Pre-colonial times. It's not until Germany would unite that it would, overtake France. But before then, nobody, like the closest country that could maybe rival France. Maybe. And even then, I wouldn't even say so. I gotta give Jack his jacket because as much as I do love Russia and I love Russian history, even Russia took so much inspiration from France. Even the Russian language. Bro, let me tell you. I said this before. But the Russian language has so many French words. Because the Russian language took so much French words because it wanted to style itself. Because Russia at one point wanted to like style itself after the West. More so France. So because of this, it took so much freaking French words. Every day when I study and I learn more Russian words, I see all these French words. I'm like, I was actually reading other people who were learning Russian, and I saw like French people were talking about that. French people were like, "Oh yeah, if you know how to speak French and you learn Russian, like it's actually kind of easier because there's so much French words there already." So like even then, like Russia really can't. Russia still took from France so many things. So again, France was the country. On the brink of death, he swore to join the Crusade if he recovered. That is insane. Preparation. Power of Islam. Okay. 7th Crusade. I didn't even know there was 7 Crusades. I thought it was only like 4 Crusades. I did not know there were 7. Jill. Based France freeing all those Christians. Base. But I do not know any of the details of this, so this is a lot of new details that I'm actually learning about. I'm not gonna lie. That painting is absolutely fire. Bruh, you see that name? Hold on a second. You see that name? Bro, look at that. Wait, I'm gonna let it. Hold on a second. Wait. No, that name is hilarious. Stay with me here, okay? Just stay with me here. You see that like the last sentence, general. Try to pronounce that as an English speaker. What does that pronounce? What does that pronounce? General. I pronounce that as general fucker. Literally. Look at the name. It sounds like. Look, fucker. It literally sounds like a swear word, bro. We got General Fucker. Oh, General Fucker Adine. What type of name is that? Faker. I'm trying to like change accents to see if it sounds much more better. No, but I unironically would pronounce it as General Faker or Fucker. Oh my gosh, that sounds so wrong. Oh, damn. Wait, they knew Greek fire? They knew Greek fire? What? I thought Greek fire was only known by Greeks. I thought Greek fire was like ancient hidden technique that only Greeks knew. Damn! In hand-to-hand combat, the French, as the Saracens called them, gain their superiority and cut to pieces their enemies. The French are showing why they're the juggernauts of Europe. That's the thing, bro. I said this before. If the French were not like super prideful, dude, I honestly believe France would have dominated Europe today, because plenty of time, and I said this before, like the French, like, bro, nobody in Europe could have come close to those French knights. But their snobbiness, bro, is like, when I say snobbiness, I mean like their pridefulness, and I said this before, it costed them so many battles that really and truly the French should have won if they just weren't so prideful. Damn, typhus, man. What the heck? The Frankish column was no more than a shadow of itself. Damn! And the king had to retreat on April 6th for certain circumway in the village. For the first time, a king of France was object to ransom, threatened to death on many occasions. Damn! From then on, well aware of the political to the House of Cairo. The first Western king with a global diplomatic vision, the King of France sent an embassy to the Mongol Khans, enemies of Islam and tolerant. What the heck, France? Damn. Bro, I freaking zoned out there again. Yo, I hope you're reading with me, bro, because yo, this is actually quite interesting. I can't lie. They were dying of heat. Wait, they were dying of what? Yet the operations were made very difficult because of the scorching heat. Attackers and defenders were dying of dysentery. Oh, what the? Oh. My goodness, man. What the hell? Oh! Oh, he fell. Oh, he died of dysentery. In his last breath, he pronounced the name Jerusalem. Bruh. That's so sad. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I have chills right now. You can't see it, but this music, bro, this music and reading this is giving me chills right now. In the entire, what the heck? Saint Louis of France. That's mad. Honestly. I like learning about these other French rulers that aren't just Napoleon. Because a lot of people, they only know Napoleon and that's it. And to be honest with you, I feel like I like this guy more than Napoleon. I've heard of Louis what was it? Louis the 14th. I heard that he was a good French king, but like one of the best, like hands down. But I like this guy right here. This guy is pretty based. I cannot lie. Excellent video. Only thing is, no one wasn't narrating. And when you're doing videos, if it's a book, sure. I don't mind reading. But if you're like doing a video on this, at least have like a narration from like AI or something. Because bro, I get it. You want people to learn about this, you have to like, you know, appeal to the people. You know what I mean? That's the only issue that I see here. Although I have said that before, and you were like, oh, well, it doesn't matter to me. But I'm just saying, if you want more people to know about this, okay, this is a good video. This is a good video. It would have been probably shown to much more people on YouTube had you just simply narrated it. But anyways, if you made it all the way here, you like my reactions, make sure you subscribe. If you have any videos on France you want me to react to, comment it. If you like my reactions overall and you have any other videos, not just about France, but just overall, that you know I would love to react to, comment it down below. Go check out my other France reactions on my channel, man. Alright? And go check out my other reactions overall on my channel in general, man. Turn the bell notifications on. Remember, join that channel membership, man. 99 cents a month. None of my members are disappointed. None of them. None of them. Okay? Not a single freaking one of them. Alright, man? Alright. Thank you for watching and goodbye.